Cricket Centre. We are back at Sevens Cricket Stadium for the Fanco DCC X10. Of course, the match is between Seven Districts and Future Mattress. I've got the star cast to my left. On my left is Haider Ali, the captain of Seven Districts. And on
Hello, hello, check. Hello, 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 check, 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 check. Hello, do you check? Hello, check, check, check. Hello, hello. Okay, दो mic. Hello, 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 check. Hello, do you check? Hello, 1, 2, check, check, check. Hello, 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 check, 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 check. Hello, 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 check, 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 check. Hello, 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 check, hello, check, hello, one, hello, hello, three, hello, check, hello, check. This one? Okay, I will change. Again, again, again. Hello, hello, check, 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 check. Check. Hello, 1, 2. Hello, check, hello, check.
ओके अभी चेक करो माइक इसकी आ रही है आवाज़। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 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 हेलो। ये वाला सही है माइक ये वाला। हेलो हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो। हाँ ये वाला सही है। अभी बताओ अभी हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। ये इसमें मसला तो नहीं आ रहा, कोई नॉइज़ तो नहीं आ रही? हेलो हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। इसमें चेक करें, ये सेकंड माइक चेक करें। हेलो ऑडियो हेलो माइक चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। गिव मी दिस वन। हाँ जी मेरा माइक ओके ऑन है। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 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 हेलो हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 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 हेलो ऑडियो चेक। दोनों ओपन करके एक दफ़ा देखें कौन से वाला आ रहा है कौन से वाला नहीं आ रहा, मुझे बताएं। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 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 चेक बैक साइड इज द पावर। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो। हाँ जी ये वाला चेक करें, ये वाला सही आ रहा है कि नहीं? हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। ओके दूसरे वाला चेक कीजिएगा। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। अच्छा माइक मैंने चेंज किया, ये केबल का। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो 1 2 3। अभी देखें अभी 2 में ऐसा आ रही है ना। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 ये वाला सही है। हेलो
शाहिद भाई चेक करें। कॉम 1 चेक 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 कॉम 1 चेक 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 Com 1, 1 2 1. Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello, check, 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 check. 1 2 5 6. Hello, check, 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 check. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6. Hello, 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 hello. Check, 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 check. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6. Check, 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 check. 1 2 3 4. Hello, 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 hello. Check 2 1 2. Hello, 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 hello.
शायद ये वो सेम केबल लगाएं। शायद भाई अब मैंने माइक लगाया है, पहले वाली केबल पे लगाएं जो पहले हमने उतारी है ना उसमें। मैं ये कह रहा हूँ पहले जो है ना वो पहले वाली जो केबल है ना अंदर वाली वो पावर के साथ सारी लिपटी हुई थी, उसको चेक करें एक दफ़ा दोबारा। मिक्सर को छोड़ दें, सिर्फ आप लेवल चेक करें, उसके मिक्सर का लेवल का इशू है। हेलो हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। कहाँ तक लेके गए? हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो 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 ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3। हेलो ऑडियो चेक। हेलो ऑडियो चेक। हेलो ऑडियो चेक। हेलो ऑडियो चेक। ओके ये ओके। ओके ओके। शाहिद भाई ये देखें, ये पीला स्क्रीन पे देखें, स्क्रीन पे हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3
मैं वाला मत स्टार्ट कर ले, हाँ चलो ठीक। हाँ मैं और खुद करते हैं स्टार्ट, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक।
ये जो है ना, ये अभी मैं जिस पे बात कर रहा हूँ, ये केबल नंबर 1 है। हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 क्यों नहीं आ रहा? अभी देखें, अभी आ रहा है आपके पास? हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 ओके ओके हेलो ऑडियो चेक 1 2 3 ओके 2 चेक करें, 2 चेक करें, ओके डन 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 हटा दी।
मुझे ट्रेस करना, मैं बाहर खींच लेता हूँ, ये ट्रेस करो।
नहीं, इसको आप छोड़ दो ऐसे ही क्लोज करवा दो, वो पार करो।
बन्नो रे बन्नो मेरा गुड्डा परदेसिया, जोड़ियां समानी हो गई। X10 Division 1 live from the Sevens Cricket Stadium. We got an exciting day of cricket. Three very big teams against each other. And the first match is going to be the 7 districts playing their first game here in the DCC X10 versus Future Mattress. Match number 10 live from the Sevens. And let's not waste any time and go down to Shoaib Ahmed, who's with the captains for the toss.
An enthralling day of cricket at the Vision Cricket Centre. We are back at Sevens Cricket Stadium for the Fanco DCC X10. Of course, the match is between 7 districts and Future Mattress. I've got the star cast to my left. On my left is Haider Ali, the captain of 7 districts. Right in the centre is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam, and on to his left is the captain of Future Mattress, Rohan Mustafa. Haider Ali is the home side, 7 districts, and Haider is going to flip the coin. Tails is the call.
Heads.
Heads it is. Haider, आप जीत गए हैं टॉस, क्या करेंगे और क्यों?
I'm gonna bowl first because second time due coming, so this is the main factor in UAE. So I'm gonna bowl first.
Strong side, Future Mattress. So do you have any plans for them?
Listen, basically in T10 there is no favorite side because this is very short format. So any team is favorite.
And tell us, what is a good score?
I'm gonna bowl first, so inshallah 7 to 80 runs. Chill.
All the best.
Thank you.
Rohan, happy to bat first?
Yeah, of course. Even I was thinking to bat first because we lost the first match while batting second, and today there is windy, so I don't think so there will be dew factor later on.
Team is a set side, Future Matters, not many changes throughout the tournament, but what do you think was the reason that you couldn't start off on a winning note?
We were missing Vasisha, and of course a few of our players left out from the team because they just want to change the teams. So we were not that much prepared, and we tried to give opportunity to see the things, and later on we will make a team from their performances in this tournament.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
The news from the centre is that 7 districts have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. And joining me in the comm box to start our proceedings, my partner in crime, Ahmed Khwaja. Ahmed, welcome to the fan code DCC X10.
Good evening, Abdurrahman, and good evening, everyone watching at home. A fantastic tournament, fan code DCC X10, and what a match we have in store for you. 7 districts have won the toss, elected to bowl first, so let's run through the 2-team lineups. For Future Mattress on the left, we have Rohan Mustafa, star all-rounder of the UAE, Alishan Sharfu, another star all-rounder of the UAE, Ashwant Valthappa, the wicketkeeper, Asif Hayat, Matiullah Khan, right-arm fast bowler, Mohammad Ikram Janjua, Mohammad Uzair Khan, left-arm swing bowler. He's been very impressive the last few months. Mohammad Azhar, left-arm tweaker, Sayyid Haider, Wasi Shah, the dynamite, the finisher for Future Mattress, the Savwar Jammu, and star all-rounder Umair Ali Khan completes a very strong playing 11 for FM.
Yeah, and for 7 districts, Shahzad Ali, Mohammad Zamir, Mohammad Saghir Afridi, hard-hitting right-handed batsman, Mohammad Kashif, Lahiru Sanduruvan, and that man, Abdul Ghaffar, the man to watch out, Muhammad Farooq, both very good all-rounders. Shahid Nawaz, the captain, Haider Ali, Hafiz Almas, and Abdul Shakur, the wicket-keeper, going across the pond, as they say, ex-Future Mattress player. It's an exciting day ahead of us, Ahmed.
Oh, absolutely. 2 power-pack sides, very evenly matched. Both have plenty of big hitters in the lineup and quality fast bowling. So should be a fantastic contest to open up tonight's proceedings.
And those are the games for today. 11 Ace will play back-to-back against Pacific Group and Future Mattress. They've won their first encounter, 11 Ace, against the Kolanta Chocolates. And Pacific Group, Future Mattress, 2 of the best sides in that group. It's going to be very, very exciting, Ahmed Khwaja.
Absolutely breathless T10 cricket. 6:15, 8:30, 10:45. And there you can see 7 districts looking pretty sharp in grey and yellow. Out there fielding first. And we have Rohan Mustafa, top 10 ranked T20I all-rounder in the world, out there opening for Future Mattress. Just trying to figure out who's opening alongside him. It's going to be Mohammad Ikram Johra. Very interesting choice. Classy right-hand batter. Loves to loft that ball over extra cover. Very free-flowing, elegant player. And we've seen this pitch has a bit of a greenish tinge to it, Abdurrahman. We might get that ball to just hoop around under lights.
Yeah, this wicket at the 7 stadium. Some indifferent bounce as well. And as you said, swing in the air and then cut off the seam. It's a good sporting wicket. Not the flat decks that they're used to. So a different challenge for the bowlers as well as the batsmen.
It's going to be Hafiz Almas taking the new ball. Powerfully built right arm swing bowler. Saw him earlier this week. Very, very impressive. Hits the deck hard. Puts a lot of shoulder on the ball. And Rohan Mustafa will be tested outside his off stump.
Well, Ahmed, as you mentioned, Ikram Johra opening the batting. They have the option of Alishan Shafu. Ashwant Valthappa bats up top as well. Haider Wasi Shah and Umair Ali, obviously the finishing players for them, the finishers in this team. And Uzair Khan, not to forget him. It's a very strong Future Mattress batting lineup.
Oh, absolutely. You can open with any combination of that batting order 1 to 8 and you'd be well off. So it's a 10 over game. Of course, 2 overs of power play. Then you have the third optional one for the batting side. I think if Rohan Mustafa survives the first 2 overs, he'll be willing to take that one. Here we go then. Match is underway. Right on the money. Squeeze to extra cover for a quick single. If you're gonna bat with Rohan Mustafa, you have to run hard between the 22 yards.
Well, that first game, Future Mattress against Kolanta Chocolates, I think they ran a bit too hard. 4 runouts in that game. But as you said, they have to push those singles and doubles. It was Waqas Ahmed who was opening the batting with Rohan Mustafa. And after 2 overs, he was out of breath.
Yeah, he's a big lad. It's tough for him to be running those quick 1s and 2s. More of a thrasher of the ball. Mohammad Ikram Janjua, more of a touch player, elegant player. And Abdul Shakur donning the gloves for 7 Districts. He's a very good pickup.
Oh, swing from Almas. And that test match line and length just outside off stump. Good carry to the wicket keeper as well.
Yeah, just held its line there. I'd like to see a slip in place. Of course, it is a 10-over game. But why not? You have to back your fast man with the new ball. Take a look at that. Ring field on the offside. Backward point, cover extra. And the mid-off. And he has that deep third and that deep fine leg as well. It's not a familiar role for Mohammad Ikram to be opening in a T10 match. Let's see if it pays off for FM.
Well, they've made a change and a good change. They've brought an extra fielder on the offside. Almas getting that outswinger. There's no point having 3 fielders in the circle on the leg side. This is a much better field, more protection towards that area where the ball is swinging. And on cue, he goes down the leg side. Could this be a first catch? Yes, it is. Unbelievable. It's Mohammad Farooq moment. And I tell you what, nobody else would have reached that ball.
Absolute screamer. It was a top edge towards deep square. He was the only man manning that region. He's taken an absolute blinder. So 7 Districts are underway in just 3 deliveries.
Well, I know the bowler has the wicket to his name. But have a look at this. 75-80% of this wicket belongs to Farooq. Running full stretch. Brilliant catch.
Well, I'd like to see somebody take a better grab than that in the entire Fanco DCC X10. Ikram Johra gone for a second ball duck. It's 1 for 1.
Well, 2 UAE internationals in the center now. Ali Shan Sharfu comes into bat.
Slightly back. That is leg. Right arm over, 3 to play.
Well, they should have just had him opener out there with Rohan in the first place. Meanwhile, like you mentioned, former under-19 captain of the UAE, Ali Shan Sharfu, belligerent hitter of the ball. He loves to carve that ball anywhere on the offside. Very compact, powerful player. And he's just returned from down under, where Team UAE had a pretty decent campaign at the World T20. Let's see what he can produce at the 7s tonight. Oh, that's a gem of a delivery right on that off-stump line. Hafiz Almas, super impressive.
Again, right on top of off-stump. That's the line, that's the length. And even in the shortest, fastest format in cricket, that is a tough delivery to play. Don't be surprised if you see Ali Shan Sharfu charge down the track now, trying to negate that swing, going inside out, over cover or straight down the ground.
Yeah, he does love to create those angles, doesn't he? Be positive. Just like that, you called it and pulled over mid-wicket. It's a long chase for the deep square leg, and he's not going to catch up to it. First boundary of the evening for future Mattress.
Well, Almas pulled his length back that time. And good adjustment from Ali Shan Sharfu. That was always on the card. If you played cricket with him, you'll know this is what he does very often. Takes a couple of steps down. And this is a big, big ground here at the 7th Cricket Stadium. A lot of real estate. It's a good boundary there from Ali Shan.
Still a pretty decent start for 7 Districts, I reckon. 4 off 2 for Ali Shan Sharfu. He'll be looking for plenty more. Mid-off and mid-on are up. There is a mid-wicket in place now. Oh, and pulled over, short fine. 1 bounce over the rope.
Well, he didn't learn Hafiz Almas. Ali Shan Sharfu is very strong on that short ball. The captain having a word with him. But even with that wicket, they've conceded 9. And I would say it's 1-1 at the moment in the first over. Both teams will be happy. 9 for 1 in the first over.
arm over.
So it's going to be left arm fast. Abdul Ghaffar coming in from the far end. Excellent bowler. One of the top left arm seamers in the UAE. Genuine swing and healthy pace as well.
And he has a mean bouncer. Ask Sandeep Singh Sandy, he'll tell you. Also, an ex-future Mattress player, Abdul Ghaffar.
Yeah, plenty of player movement in this off-season. A lot of big names switching sides, switching allegiances. But Rohan Mustafa, he is a future Mattress stalwart. Here we go. Oh, it struck on the pads. Big swish across the line. Not giving any respect to Abdul Ghaffar at all, first ball.
Yeah, and he's disappointed. Sort of expecting that ball to be on his pads. Went for that flick over square leg, but missed out.
Yeah, it was in the zone, I agree. If he'd picked that up over square leg, might have gone for a half a dozen. And just having a quiet word with Alishan Sharfu. Watch out for that in-dipper into the pads.
Well, I'd love to have that stump mic on, or have one of these two mic'd up when they're batting together. Have a lot of conversations with each other, Alishan and Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, Ronnie is a very vocal captain. He likes to help out his troops. Occasionally give them the so-called hair dry treatment as well if they make mistakes in the field. He gives 100%, whatever may it be. Whether it's a club game or playing for the national side, it doesn't matter. Crashed over cover point. Beautiful shot from Alishan.
The importance of that cricketing shot is he played it exactly where the shot should have been played. Didn't go across the line, didn't try to hit it too hard. Just cut the ball over point and got a boundary.
That's not the right length, Abdul Ghaffar, and it's true bounce on this deck. He was very comfortable playing that lofted square cut. So plenty of runs on offer, I reckon. They'll be looking for a 120, 125 plus score. Very positive intent. He's dealing in boundaries. Let's see if Abdul Ghaffar can respond. Forced, but straight to that cover fielder. Mohammad Zamir Abbasi, very skillful left arm spinner.
Well, you have to say, good running between the wickets again. That was hit very hard towards Zamir. And Rohan Mustafa, I think, was already next to Alishan Sharfu. 15 on the board already. Good start here, even though they've lost the first wicket. They're getting the boundaries. Alishan Sharfu, the destructor so far.
Yeah, it is a 10 over batting innings. You have to go gung-ho. There's no point trying to occupy the crease. Look to bat for the long haul, especially in this future Mattress side, when you have the likes of Haider Wasi Shah, Umair Ali Khan waiting in the wings. Just get on with it. Once again, Ringfield on the offside. Fine leg is up.
Charges down the track. Rohan Mustafa, one bounce into the fence. Confidence galore.
A shot of some authority and quality. Not easy to loft Abdul Ghaffar. And it wasn't exactly full. He created that length. Beautiful shot from Ronnie.
Charging down to track to Abdul Ghaffar. Don't see that very often. Rohan Mustafa supremely confident in his approach.
Well, I dare say this ball is not going to be pitched up, Abdur Rahman. Probably around the grill. There it is. Pulled away over fine leg. Rohan Mustafa, he's so experienced. He knew it was coming and just dispatched it for 4.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja called it. And Rohan Mustafa heard it. And as you said, he was ready. He was waiting. Didn't bounce as much as Abdul Ghaffar had expected. Just at chest high. And with no fine leg, it was a free hit for him. Rohan Mustafa gets back-to-back boundaries as well. Very expensive over so far from Abdul Ghaffar. 13 off it. Can he finish well?
Yeah, it's a rare sight to see him getting hammered. And there is a dilemma for future matches. Do they take the power play over right now? I guess they will. Smashed over the covers. And that's the first maximum of the night from Rohan Mustafa.
And what a place to get a maximum over point. Yes, he's signaling to the umpire, Ahmed Khwaja, where's that earpiece that you've planted? He can hear everything. Gets that big shot. Rohan Mustafa, the first 6 of the future Mattress innings. 29 for 1 at the end of 2 overs.
So the power play over has been enforced. Do you agree with that move, Abdurrahman?
I do. Your 2 best batsmen on the crease. They're getting boundaries. Take advantage. Because the likes of Umair Ali Khan and Haider Wasisha don't care if there are 2 fielders outside or 6 fielders outside. But these two like to find gaps, like to go over the infield.
Interesting. Left arm spinner Haider Ali coming into play. Trying to force it through the offside. He's found the gap at extra. And there's no catching up to that one when Ali Shan Sharfu hits it.
And that's the advantage of that floating power play. He would have had cover with long off and extra cover deep outside. Soon as you beat the infield, you're getting a boundary here. Pristine condition of that outfield. A slight breeze, so I don't expect a lot of dew today.
Very good surface indeed. Played it on the up with utmost confidence and authority. 17 of just 6 deliveries. He's hunting for a big score tonight. Future Mattress, well, they've gotten out of the right side of the bed. And Haider Ali, well, his mood has already been ruined by his fielders.
He looks very upset. Oh, this time he's picked it from the leg stump. Is that a maximum or a 4?
Well, this is just supreme batting by Ali Shan Sharfu. He's toying with the bowlers here. First one through extra. Then just stepped across his wickets and lofted it over short fine leg. Beautiful batting.
He loves batting against left-handed spin bowlers, Ali Shan Sharfu. And that was a shot of class, as you said. Made the adjustment. Went over that short fine leg fielder. Back-to-back boundaries. Haider Ali under pressure.
And surprisingly, it was 7 districts who won the toss and elected to bowl. That decision has backfired big time.
Well, so far we've seen almost 90% success rate if you bat first. Inside out, over cover. Again, nobody there. On the boundary, Haider Ali now has a smile on his face.
Well, it's a smile full of pain. And so is this brutal hit over the covers from Ali Shan Sharfu. How did he create that length? Absolutely glorious.
Well, if you have mid-wicket and long on the boundary, you have to go full on the pads. Try to make him go across the line. He's giving too much width, and Ali Shan Sharfu is not going to miss out.
3 4s in a row to start for Haider Ali. And smashed over extra. Make that 4 4s in a row.
Well, could we see 6 boundaries in the over? They're laughing and enjoying themselves. Abdul Shakur, an ex-teammate, looking on with jealousy maybe. He's an opener by trade.
And once again, Abdurrahman, the length. He's missed his length 3 times out of 4 and been carted. The one time he did get it right, Ali Shan Sharfu lofted him over fine leg. How does he get out of this jam? Oh, there it is. Yorker length and squeezed away to short third. Well, Alishan Sharfu is a magician tonight.
Well, it's 360 degrees. That's what's happening right now. It was a good delivery, but he's very unlucky. Heather getting the outside half of the bat and going past that short third man fielder.
Well, this is going to be a viral clip on CricTracker and fan code. 5 fours. Can we get a sixth? Come on, Alishan. Let's get it done here. Oh, he's missed out. The commentator's curse. But brilliant, incredible batting from the young superstar of UAE. 49 for 1.
Rani bhai, 49.
Well, we still have the likes of Ashwantwal Thappa to come. Of course, Haider Wasisha, Umair Ali Khan. I'm sure he's not going to be at number 11. Probably he'll be in next. But Alishan Sharfu, strike rate of 300. Well, are we about to see the fastest 50 of the fan code DCC X10?
Alishan, unfortunately, is a bit far behind. He'll have to get 17 in the next 3 deliveries to beat Ronak Panoli's 50 or 14 deliveries.
Absolutely brilliant how these young batters are really coming into form. Ronak with that belligerent knock. And it's going to be Shahid Nawaz being introduced into the attack. Well, the power play is done and dusted. They took plenty of tap. And he's a good honest seamer. Will get that ball to nip around.
Well, Haider Ali just missing the plot there. They had taken the floating power play. Almas had bought a very good over. Why not bowl the second over and get him done and dusted?
Completely agree, Abdurrahman. There's no point holding back your bowlers. Around the wicket is Shahid. Oh, gone through him. Expansive shot attempted by Rohan Mustafa. But the length was just too good for him. The ball was too close to him.
Yeah, and swinging in. Coming around the wicket, Shahid Nawaz. And Rohan Mustafa. Well, we know he can play every shot in the book, but we've got Alishan Sharfu batting so well. Why not just take a single? Let the young man express himself.
15 off 6 so far for Ronnie. And yeah, I agree with you. Feed the beast. Feed Alishan Sharfu. Let's see if Shahid Nawaz can get it right here. Break this partnership that's looking very, very ominous indeed. Extra bounce. They'll scamper for one. Chance for a run out. Oh, I think he's got him there. This could be trouble for future Mattress.
Suicidal and needless to say the least. Alishan Sharfu looks very disappointed. He's walking back already. They didn't have to do that. They were off to such a good start. Alishan Sharfu trying to get on strike. And Shahid Nawaz has done really well. He's out by a long, long way.
Brilliant athleticism from the big fast bowler. They desperately needed that wicket. 49 for 2.
मुझे लगा कि आप कह रहे हैं सीम बोल रहे हैं सॉरी सीम को तो मुझे
Right arm over.
So it's Sayyid Haider Wasisha, the young dynamo coming in at 4. I really like this move. He's been in imperious form for the last 4 to 5 months. Really striking the ball cleanly. Something has shifted mentally for him, Abdurrahman. And he looks like completely transformed player.
Well, I have to give credit to the man right in front of him. number 88, Rohan Mustafa, the captain of Future Mattress, gave him a different role in the T20 format, the finisher role. And as you said, he's flourished after that.
Oh, big outswinger there from Shahid. Let go by the umpire. That was pretty close. Rohan Mustafa looks slightly bewildered.
What, did it swing after it crossed the batsman? Haider Vasisha, beg your pardon, did move across, tried to play that delivery from the off stump. So that's a good decision from the umpire. That white line is just for guidance.
Dynamic crease is the new moniker for it. This time a big hoik across the line. That's not a good idea against Shahid Nawaz.
Not the length to play that shot. It wasn't as full as he thought it was, and again some swing. What a good over this from Shahid Nawaz so far. Hasn't conceded a boundary. Got a run out.
Well, he needs to do what Alishan Sharfu was doing, playing the ball on merit. And in that was dropped short. He lofted it over the offside, and Vasisha is perfectly capable of that as well.
This time pulls it from outside off stump towards mid wicket. Just a single. Very good over from Shahid so far.
50 up for Future Mattress. Current run rate is still pretty decent, but they would like to ideally get up to 125, 130. And yes, Shahid, absolutely brilliant over in the context of the game. Only one run conceded, and the priceless wicket via run out of Alishan Sharfu.
15 of 7 for Rohan Mustafa. He's trying to be aggressive in this over. We'll need a boundary here. They can't afford a 1 or 2 run over. Ball in the air. Yes, he's done it. Rohan Mustafa gets a boundary. Goes for that ramp shot.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad delivery at all from Shahid. Perhaps just a touch short. And he just flipped it over the top. And deep square leg. Big chase for him. Just couldn't get around to it. Still a steady over. Not too bad. 54 for 2. So 4 bowlers used so far. Hafiz Almaz opened up with a very decent over. Picked up the wicket of Muhammad Ikram Johra. Abdul Ghaffar smashed for 19. That was a rare sight, and poor Haider Ali hit for 5 boundaries by Alishan Sharfu. So they do have a lot of quality in the bowling attack. It's up to Haider Ali to manage his resources properly.
Farooq Momin, the leggy, will play a very big role. Not sure if they'll bring him on with the left-hander on strike.
Matchups is the name of the game, Abdur Rahman. Here he comes, Farooq Mohammad, as you called it. And it will be Haider Vasisha on strike. Beautiful back cut. And good fielding at backward point. He needed to make that stop, Saghir Afridi.
Seems to be very chuffed, Saghir Afridi, having stopped that ball, but they've taken a single.
Well, you just connect with the bat and Rohan Mustafa is off. So this is going to be the challenge, like you mentioned. Left-hand batter at the crease. And he doesn't really spin the ball a lot. Gets that top spin and extra bounce.
I'll tell you what, there's been some controversy around it, but I'd love to see Rohan Mustafa on the non-striking end and how much of a start he takes when the bowler comes in to bowl. Slight fumble. And I'm sure they've gone for 2. Yes, they have. Rohan Mustafa is back on strike.
Absolutely rapid between the wickets. That was Mohammad Kashif. You usually see him as the wicketkeeper. But with Abdul Shakur, former UAE international wicketkeeper, seniority prevails. You'd expect better hands from him though. Just taking his eyes off the ball. Yeah, that's the pressure Rohan Mustafa puts on you. This time carved behind point. Slight misfield. It's a big chase for Zamir, and he won't catch up to it. Poor fielding.
Yeah, you have to say that was a poor effort from Saghir Afridi. Farooq asking his captain to put somebody slightly more nimble at point, was not ready. Saghir Afridi was actually walking towards the umpire when the ball was being delivered. That's not the approach at point.
Yeah, you have to create the right angles. The left-hander will always slice the ball behind you, not in front of you on your left. It's always going to be on your right. So, needless boundary conceded. Farooq under a bit of pressure already. 7 runs off his first 3 deliveries. They need him to bowl well. Rohan Mustafa has sailed into the 20s. Oh, and trying to reverse it. And it's gone through extra cover, if you can believe it.
Yeah, that reverse switch hit got some connection to it. Would have been very interesting to see the umpire's call had that ball gone to the wicket keeper.
Yeah, I think you have to consider him as a right-hand batter in that instance. Meanwhile, Wasi 2 of 4. Looking in a bit of a hurry here. Taken on the full. Drop kicked behind square leg. There is a sweeper out there. And they're pushing for 2. Excellent running. Brilliant work. Haider Wasisha.
Well, this is good cricket all around. It was Mohammad Farooq Moment who checked his line as soon as he saw Haider Wasisha charge down the track.
He didn't really attack the ball there, Haider Ali. Good throw. And this is going to be close. This is going to be close, is it? Abdul Shakur. The gather. He's gonna make it or... Oh, that's very close, Abdur Rahman.
One frame. That is literally one frame.
Well, I'm not the third umpire and I'm very glad about it. That looks mighty, mighty close.
Again, as you said, Haider Ali just very slow towards that ball. And that bounce. There you can see Ghafoor asking him to give it on the half volley. Very high collection. He's done well, Abdul Shakur.
Yeah, that could be the difference. Just that high collect. I think he might have made it there. This is going to be very close. A pivotal moment in the game. And the 7 districts fielders, they're heading back to their positions. Let's take a look. This angle should help. Good throw. Just got slightly big on Shakur. And landed on that second pitch as well. Hence that extra bounce. At this point, Haider Wasisha looked absolutely dead. But then big extension. Getting that ball down to the bails. And, well, this is a thriller. I think he's just made it here, Abdur Rahman. Just made it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I don't think you can see when the bails went off. When the stump was moving, Haider Wasisha was in. Yeah, they've given it to.
Excellent running. Excellent cricket all round. Good fielding from the square leg position as well. Good throw. But Wasisha lives to see another day. Farooq Moment making sure his fielders are in exactly the right position. Shot. It's gone aerial. It's gone far. And it's gone for 6 over square leg.
Well, it was a game of inches. 1 inch short and Haider Wasisha would have been going back to the dugout. Instead, he sent that ball into the dugout with a maximum. Connected well, Haider Wasisha. An expensive over from Farooq comes to an end. Future Mattress 70 for the loss of 2 wickets at the halfway stage. There'll be a change in the voices. Shoaib Ahmed and Kes Farooq will take you guys to the end of the innings.
Thank you, Abdur Rahman and Ahmed Khwaja. First 5 overs have been nothing short of some great fireworks on display here at the Sevens Cricket Stadium. Brilliant start for Future Mattress. 70 in the first 5. And if they continue at this rate, 140 is definitely on the cards. Rohan Mustafa on 26 of 11. Gets that ball in. Shahid gave away just 5 runs in the first and has started off well in this over. Joining me now is Kes. Kes, good evening.
Good evening, Shoaib. Good evening. They've had a very interesting and a very aggressive start to their inning. Alishan scored a brisk 33 of 11 balls. And Rohan, we all know what Rohan's capable of. And then they've got a very strong batting lineup to come with Umair Ali Khan as well, sitting in the dugout. So we're in for a very, very aggressive and blistering next 5 overs.
Going for the Yorker again, Shahid. This has been good bowling from him. 5 in the first and now 2 singles on the first 2 deliveries. That seems to be the plan. Bowl full and not allow the batters to get under the ball.
Yeah, he's got the right ideas, and he's getting a little bit of swing as well. So that length coupled with a little bit, just a hint of swing, is what's making it a little bit difficult for them to get him away. But again, there's a fine line between a Yorker and a full toss, and knowing these batsmen, they're going to be able to put it away and that's another brilliant Yorker by Shahid.
Definitely working for him, this strategy, this plan of bowling full, and especially coming around the wicket for the left-handed Rohan Mustafa. There you go. He's trying to create that angle, not give a lot of width, cramping him for room.
Rohan Mustafa, 27 of 13, stalwart, a superstar of UAE cricket. He's batted well so far. And he's scooped that, and he's gone. Oh, his plan's not worked. There was no pace on the ball, and Rohan, trying to up the pace, trying to do something different, has lost his wicket. A brilliant over in process by Shahid. Rohan Mustafa is walking back to the pavilion for 27.
Yes, that plan has definitely worked, trying to go for the scoop. This time he gets that length right, not the usual block hole length. Wanted to scoop it over fine leg, had to change his shot at the last moment. And a simple catch.
We could see he rolled his fingers over the ball as well, Shoaib, as Future Mattresses are now 72 for 3.
Right arm over, 2 to come.
That brings Umair Ali Khan to the crease. Another very, very impressive all-rounder. Can bat, can bowl, fields very well. And he's just tucked that towards point. He's going to run through for a single. What score do you target now as a team, as Future Mattress show? What do you think would be a viable score for them, considering where they're at this point in time?
Kes, I feel 120 from here on should be a good score for Future Mattress. They've got Syed Haider Wasisha, and as you rightly mentioned, Umair Ali Khan, he can bat and he can turn the game on its head at any given time. So 120, Future Mattress will be happy to take that in the first innings. Short ball, beautifully played by Syed Haider Wasisha. That has been smoked towards the mid-wicket cow corner region for a 6.
That was a brilliantly executed pull shot, Shoaib. Haider has been a revelation in the last year. And his batting has improved leaps and bounds. We always knew he was a very, very capable and talented young batsman, but he's just picked it up a notch in the last year and a half.
Absolutely, that shot again gives you an idea of how good he is. 6 overs, 79 for 3, Future Mattress. Haider Ali, the captain, 20 in his first. He's brought himself into the attack. Makes room for himself. Umair Ali Khan wanted to play it over extra cover, but just manages to play it towards long off. Will get a single.
We can see the intent from Umair, Shoaib. I don't think he has any intention of hanging around. You can see him walking around his crease trying to upset the bowler who's already under pressure because he's conceded 20 in the first. But a good first up delivery.
This one again creamed towards the extra cover. Good effort in the deep, keeping the ball in the field of play. They'll get 2 runs.
Slight change to the field. Haider is pulling his sweeper fielder a little straighter, just to combat that cover drive from Haider. And Haider has gone towards deep mid-wicket for another maximum.
Not great bowling, but this is batting of the highest pedigree from Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Look at that in the slot, and he's down on one knee waiting for that ball, smoking it towards the mid-wicket for a 6. He is so dangerous. Once he gets going, Syed Haider Wasi Shah, he's got the ability to hit some good balls out of the park as well. Will only be a single this time around.
And that's where the whole form aspect comes into the picture. He's been playing really well, and when I first saw that shot, I did not think he had timed it very well, but he still managed to get a maximum out of it. And that's been played towards short fine leg by Umair Ali Khan. They'll run through for a quick single.
Haider continues to be expensive. 31 in his 1.5 overs, 11 already in the over. One more ball to go. And Syed Haider Wasi Shah will try to get some more runs on this ball. That's nicely bowled. Right into the block hole, darting it in. Will only be a single, and that'll be the end of the 7th over. 91 for 3, Future Mattress.
That's the batting card. Rohan Mustafa, a breezy 27 of 14. Ali Shan, 33 of 11 balls. And we've got Haider, who's currently batting at 27 of 12 with Umair, and a very, very long and strong batting lineup to come.
Right arm over batsman.
Seven Districts bring Almas on strike. Almas for the second over. My apologies. As we get to the business end of the future mattress innings.
Slower delivery, way outside off, will be called a wide. Wanted to try and experiment on the very first delivery. Almas missing his line and length. Yeah, good idea to change that pace, just the execution was not right.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Shoaib. I was just about to say that the idea was right, but the execution was not right. So he's got the right idea. I mean, pace off might be the ideal way to go for these bowlers in the latter half of the innings, because we're saying everything that has pace on it is being dispatched towards the boundary.
Yes, even for that matter, the over from Haider Ali, the captain. Oh, that's it cleanly. That will go the distance. Syed Haider Vasisha has hit another magnificent shot straight down the ground for 6.
That was again hit with a lot of power. He had no intention of keeping that ball along the ground. He wanted to target that long off boundary right from the get-go.
Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good comeback from Almas. Has to be bowling consistently there. I feel when the approach of the batters is like that of the death overs in a 10-over format, the bowling approach has also to match that. And when I say that, I mean that the fast bowlers need to get their Yorkers. And I've been saying that from ball number 1 of the tournament. As a fast bowler, you need to have a good Yorker if you want to control runs.
You need to get out of the predictability aspect of bowling when you know and understand that the batsmen are trying to go after you, and we saw that first ball being tried. It was a good idea, but again with the pace on, Haider has been able to just hit it where he wants to.
Umar Ali Khan wanted to play it somewhere else towards the onside, gets the outside edge. There is a deep third, and they'll get 2 runs.
So again, this was a good idea from Almas. He took a little bit of pace off the ball, and we know Umair can hit spinners and medium pacers as well, but he's going to be expecting the bowlers to bowl it faster and fuller. So just changing it up a little bit. You know, we haven't seen slower ball bouncers, more slower balls. You know, trying to dig the ball into the pitch, let the batsman generate all the pace. That's what's been missing from this bowling attack.
Pulled hard. There is protection there. Won't get 4 runs, but only a single. Almas trying to vary his length after that 6. That was a juicy half volley outside off. And the kind of form Syed Haider Vasisha is in, he was never going to miss out on that. I would still want Almas to try either the slower delivery, especially to Syed Haider Vasisha. Don't give him the pace that he wants or is craving for, or get the Yorker right in. What is it going to be?
Oh, another wayward delivery. The good thing is he's trying different things. The execution needs to be, so that one was a back of the hand delivery. He just got the line wrong. So he's got it. We'll give him credit for trying to do something different, but the execution needs to improve.
Yes, you're right. I think he was going for the slower bouncer, and that's why he tried to dig it in short. What he could only manage to do was bowl it way outside off. No need to bowl a short bouncer, a slower bouncer. Just get that slower delivery at a good length. That's much better. That's been played high up in the air. That's hit straight down the ground. Syed Haider Wasisha, he was anticipating that ball, and again a brilliant hit for 6 runs.
Well, slower ball, bouncer, Yorker, I don't think it really matters to Heather at this point in time. He's just hitting everything out of the park. That was again a fairly reasonable ball. The length was there. It wasn't a half volley, but Heather has just swung through it, and he's connected it and deposited it right in, right. It was very straight. He hit it very, very straight.
They've reached 109 already in 7.5 overs. Make it 110 in 8. Are they looking for 2? Yes, they are. Good running between the wickets. Expensive over coming in from Almas. And after the 8th over, Future Mattress are 111 for the loss of 3.
मैच है ना हमारे आज 2 किसके आ गए वो उस्मान लोगों के साथ पैसिफिक के कौन सी आज आया कितना हो गया स्कोर कितना हो
Mohammad Farooq Moman to bowl the penultimate over of the Future Mattress innings. And that short ball has been deposited towards the long on fielder. There's protection, there's cover there for the leg spinner, and they've just run through for a single.
I feel that the spinners are bowling a lot quicker than what they normally should, or what you normally expect from the spinners. They are a little on the back foot when they bowl quicker. It shows that they have a defensive mindset of not taking wickets but just trying to control the runs. I feel the spinners should be a little more daredevil in their approach and flight the ball. High up in the air, will land safely, and they'll take 2.
Oh, Farooq was not happy with that effort from the long off fielder. And yes, I agree, Shoaib. We haven't seen variations in pace from Farooq. We know he likes to bowl quicker, but he needs to be able to adapt to the batsman, like we've talked about. When the batsmen are adjusting their game, the bowler has to adapt to it.
Full toss on the pads, in the gap, and a misfield. Nothing going 7 districts way, and Future Mattress are happy with the kind of performance they have put in. Another 4 for Syed Haider Wasisha. And I think that's Shehbaz, who's put in a very ordinary effort. The ball went under his hands. Should have stopped that.
That was a poor effort. Yeah, we're down to the business end of the inning now, and every run counts. So, you need to be able to back your fielder, back your bowler up. That should have been a single or double at most. And Haidar's tried to hoik one towards long on, but he's missed it. And Shakur takes the bails off, and Farooq's got his man.
Just a little bit slower this time from Farooq. And that was the reason why Syed Haider Wasisha played it a little bit early. Also, not a lot of bounce on the wicket, kept low. But that's a big wicket. They will have a huge sigh of relief watching him go back. Great innings, absolutely great innings from Syed Haider Wasisha.
Yeah, he he's going to be disappointed to miss out on his half century, but a brilliant innings nonetheless. And we're also seeing, and this is going to be interesting for the future Mattress team as well, because we're seeing low bounce, at least for the spinners. So future Mattress 118 for 4 at 8.4 overs as Mohammad Uzair Khan, the left-handed striker, walks in to finish the inning off. That man's going to have a big role to play in seven districts batting innings. Shoaib Abdul Shakur. We know what he's capable of. He's played international cricket for UAE. He's going to have a big role as Farooq bowls googly, which is ill-directed and results in a wide.
Again, intent right, execution not so much from Farooq Mohammad. Mohammad Uzair Khan, he's a good left-arm bowler, but he's been sent in to bat to accelerate in whatever deliveries are left in the innings. And especially against, I think, the leg spinner, they've sent him to try and get as many runs as they can.
So what do you do if you're Umair Ali Khan right now? You take a single and take strike for the last over, or you just try and hit it out of the park?
Well, absolutely no doubts about that. Try and hit it out of the park. Umair Ali Khan, he doesn't believe in singles. Smashed it towards the extra cover, out of the park. Along the ground, but out of the park. 4 runs. 9 overs bowled, 1 more to go. Future Mattress 124 for 4.
Five need to be inside. Batsman. Five fielder will be inside for this over. Okay, left arm over. 124 है 10 रन करने 124 हो गया 10 रन करने 1 2 3 4 5 okay.
Abdul Ghaffar, 19 in his first over, has been introduced to bowl the last. Fuller delivery, high up in the air, and will clear the boundary. Didn't look like it was hit right from the middle of the bat. Uzair is smiling. He can afford to do that because he too is in a kind of a shock, and that's a pleasant surprise for him that he's cleared the ropes.
I was very surprised with that as well. It did not look like he had timed it, but he seems to have a very, very powerful bat.
Sometimes it happens, doesn't it? You hit and you suddenly are in awe of the shot yourself. How did I manage to clean that boundary rope with so much of ease? This time he gets a little shot. So a taste of his own medicine for Ghaffar.
Yeah, Abdul Ghaffar is from what I've heard and what little I've seen, he's a very, very capable all-rounder. I've heard he can pack a punch when he bats. I'm really looking forward to seeing him bat later today. He's had an expensive bowling stint, but he's going to get the opportunity to make up for it in his batting as Uzair tries to hit that towards the mid-wicket, the short fine leg, misses out on it. You can see he's frustrated.
Left arm over, 3 to come.
Yeah, just a single. So 7 runs in the 3 deliveries, 131 already. I think this is a good score for Future Mattress. I was expecting 120, 125. But this has been a very, very fruitful innings for Future Mattress. 134, 131. And 3 more deliveries to go. Umair Ali Khan on strike.
And he's just bunted that towards the long on part. They're running through and brilliant running. Their running has been really impressive. They've run hard for every run that they've taken, Shoaib.
Yes, the running has been really good. And they know the importance of every run. In a game of cricket, every run is important regardless of what the format is. Because you can lose by that 1 run or win by that 1 run.
Off-pace delivery, Umair could not connect it. And just one thing that I've noticed, a couple of overs back, I saw a little bit of a defensive, a conceded body language from some of the 7 districts players. I think Shakur was one of them. I don't think he was expecting to chase this, this big a target. Nevertheless, he's a very, very attacking batsman. I've had the privilege of playing with him during certain times, and he's more than capable of getting these runs. But it's going to be a tall order for them.
Yes, Abdul Shakur, if you've seen him play, you will know that he's one guy who is not worried about what's happening around him. He'll just come out and play his shots regardless of what the target is. Well, that's a beautiful hit. Waited on that occasion. Played it in the gap. 1 bounce over the ropes. So a good end to a brilliant innings for Future Mattress. A 4 to end that first 10 overs. And Umair Ali Khan gets that boundary off the bowling of Ghaffar. He's been expensive in the first and was expensive in the second as well. Just checking if the ball landed before the ropes. I think it did. But just a confirmation. Yeah, that was 4 runs. So 10 overs have been bowled. The first innings is done and dusted.
It's good to see them smiling still. It's a tall task against a very, very strong Future Mattress team. But they're in good spirits, which is a positive sign.
Oh yes, absolutely. 137, I think, what the score is. We'll quickly look at the batting card. Rohan Mustafa scoring 27 of 14 right at the top. Ikram was sent early, was out for a duck. Alishan 33 of 11. Haider 48 of 19. That was another stellar performance from Haider Vasisha. Umair scoring 17 of 10 and 8 of 4 for Uzair. 4 extras and 137 is the score.
Yes, the youngsters doing the bulk of the scoring. Nothing extraordinary in the 7 districts bowling lineup. Shahid Nawaz, very economical, 1 for 14 of his 2. Hafiz and Abdul went for runs. Hafiz got a wicket. And Haider Ali was again fairly expensive, 32 for no wicket. And Mohammad Farooq Momand, who you would expect a lot more from, was a little bit expensive, and he got the 1 solitary wicket.
So 7 districts need 138 runs to win in 10 overs at 13.8 runs per over. Whether they'll be able to chase it or not, we'll find out after a short break. So stay tuned. About the batting card, you will hear bowling card coming next. So you take take it to the bowling card. So this is what the bowlers have done. So achanak fir wo bowling. That looks and feels and sounds a lot more.
Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the fan code DCC X10. It's match number 10 in progress. 7 districts taking on Future Mattress. And news from the center is that 7 districts won the toss, elected to bowl first, and they've been absolutely smashed by Future Mattress. 137 for 4. It was Haider Wasisha with the sparkling 48 of just 19 deliveries. Umair Ali Khan 17 of 10. But the early damage was done by Alishan Sharfu and, of course, the captain, Rohan Mustafa. So it's a big target for 7D. And joining me in the com box for the run chase is going to be Abdurrahman Tariq. Good evening, Abdurrahman.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja, and good evening to all our viewers. With those economy rates, nothing to write home about except for Shahid Nawaz going for 7 and over. Picked up a wicket and that run out as well of Alishan Sharfu. If you take him out of the equation, 7 districts are very lucky not to concede 150, 160 the way the other bowlers bowled to the Future Mattress batsmen. Starting, and a first ball is a slow delivery outside off some. Umair Ali Khan knows Future Mattress, beg your pardon, Abdul Shakur really well, and having a word with the batsman.
Yeah, it's Abdul Shakur and Mohammad Saghir Afridi opening the innings for 7D. So they need to go all guns blazing. Oh, it's a top edge. Gone straight up. Umair Ali Khan settling. And it's a simple cotton bolt. Disaster for 7 districts. Abdul Shakur gone for a second ball duck.
And Rohan Mustafa, Umair Ali Khan jig comes out. It's Abdul Shakur who has to walk back. Second delivery.
Nothing delivery and a nothing shot. Went straight up. And, well, the former teammates of Umair Ali Khan and Rohan Mustafa going out of the park without having affected the scorers. It's none for 1 after just 2 deliveries. So everything Umair Ali Khan is touching is turning to gold tonight. Fantastic cameo with the bat. And Mohammad Kashif coming in at 1 drop. And they're already under serious pressure here, Abdurrahman.
We're chasing 138. You want to get off to a flyer. Get 15, 16 runs off the first 2 overs. Mohammad Kashif will have his work cut out. Umair Ali Khan opening the bowling. This is a good decision by Rohan Mustafa. Taking pace off the ball from the start.
Yeah, he bowls a delightful leg cutter. Uses that to devastating effect. Here we go. Swiped hard towards mid-wicket. And there is protection out there already. It's the captain himself.
Very interesting field placing. Deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. We usually see either a long on deep mid-wicket or a fine leg and square leg. The plan is to get those batsmen to play across the line.
Absolutely. Ring field on the offside for Mohammad Saghir Afridi. The long off is being pushed back. So they're going to bring that mid-wicket fielder in, are they? Yes. Rohan Mustafa stepping into the ring. He's posted at mid-on now. So some protection more towards deepish extra, I would say. Let's see what Saghir can produce here. Back cut. Behind point. Finds the gap. And a big chase being given here. And has he reined it in? Looks mighty close.
Well, I think they will have a look upstairs. Yes, the walkie-talkie comes out. I think that ball has hit the rope. And benefit to Uzair. He didn't catch that because he was trying to pull it in while diving over the ball.
Well, let's take a look here. Found the gap with precision. Short third in the ring. And... oh, yeah, that's a 4 for me. That's a 4 for me, Abdurrahman.
Well, again, Uzair, I think when he got his fingers to the ball, they were touching the rope as well, and you don't feel that in that quick motion. Saghir Afridi making a good adjustment in that shot. Playing it, guiding it down to third man.
Need another look here just for that confirmation, but it's a green signal from us in the comm box. Good work by our cameraman, tracking the ball really well. And this is the crucial moment. Just there. Well, you be the judge. I don't think you can say he's saved that one. It's pretty much simultaneous. And they have given the boundary. It's given as a 4. Confirmation from our director, Mr. Shahid. Right on the money as always. So Saghir has got his early boundary to his name. Oh, that could have been very close. Chopped on. Just bouncing over the sticks.
Very lucky Saghir Afridi. Has a tendency to go that across the line. Opens his stance up like a baseball hitter.
Yeah, likes to clear that front leg like you mentioned. Free swing of the bat. Another slow one from Umair, just squeezed out to the covers. And that's a very good over to open up. 6 for 1 after the first. So it's going to be Tasawwur Jammu sharing the new ball with Umair Ali Khan. Honest right arm medium fast. Swings the ball. Hoiked onto the leg side. There is mid wicket in place. Rohan with the direct hit attempted. Dot ball.
Well, I do feel the single was on. Rohan Mustafa right at the edge of the circle. And Mohammad Saghir will fancy his chances here. He likes the pace on the ball.
Yeah, when you're chasing 138, you have to go for every single run, even if it's not on offer. Big swish, outside off. Well, he's made his intentions crystal clear. Needs to play perhaps more towards mid-off and mid-on rather than cow corner. That was a length delivery. He's missed out. Just held its line there as well.
Saghir Afridi 5 off 5. And 138 needed. Again a wild swing from Saghir Afridi, asking for a wide. That was not wide. Dot balls are adding up.
Well, the smart thing that the future mattress bowlers are doing here are bowling pace off consistently, mixing it up, keeping the batters guessing. The 70 bowlers were trying to be aggressive and then got hammered. This time just bottom edge once again. Played out to the offside for 1. That will be perfectly fine for FM.
Almost 30 odd runs in the power play for FM. And then that floating power play went for 20. So they need to make it count, the 7 districts. They can't fall behind that required run rate in the second over already.
They were 49 for 1 if I remember correctly. It was a blazing start. Kashif with a big hoik to the leg side. But once again there's protection. Matiullah Khan. And he has a big throw on him as well.
We're talking about big, a man behind the stumps, Ashwin Valtappa. If you look at him in the field, you think he's a fast bowler. But he's a very good wicket keeper, the young lad, and a good left-handed batsman. Bright future for UAE.
That seems to be the trend these days. Well, this time he's latched onto it behind. Fine, and that will race away for a boundary. Much needed for 7 districts. Not that elegant, but very effective indeed. Just too short there from Tasawwur. and just helped on its way down the leg side. There you go. Once it missed that short fine leg, it was always a 4. And like I was saying, it's the trend. We have these taller, broader wicketkeeper batters these days. The likes of Joss Butler, certainly a big unit as well. 12 for 1 after 2 then.
I'm also checking. I thought, okay, 1 over. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boy. Yes.
Well, it's the left-arm spinner Mohammad Azhar coming into the attack. Has a wicket to his name. Economy of 10 is not too bad in the fastest format of cricket. Well, he'll certainly be looking to add more W's to his name. Very fine bowler. Very experienced. Picked up on the leg side and dispatched for a boundary. Good start for Kashif.
Well, with the floating power play on again, I have to ask the question, why not continue with that fast bowler and finish the game off? Umair Ali with another over here of 6 or 7 runs would mean they would need at least 16 runs in over. But they've brought in Azhar. And an easy boundary.
Picked it up on the length and nicely put away. He's timing the ball well tonight, Mohammad Kashif. And they need somebody to produce a big innings in the top order. Steps out and goes straight downtown for 6.
Well, they conceded 20 in the third over, the 7 districts. And they're trying to return the favor here. 10 off 2 already. Kashif on the charge. Likes batting against left-arm spinners. Well, that word you keep using, Ahmed Khwaja, matchups. Clearly, the future Mattress captain didn't have any idea what Kashif was capable of.
Oh, he goes big this time. It's aerial. Does it have the distance? No, it does not. And Haider Wasisha adds a catch to his runs tonight.
Well, the commentator's curse is very much alive. 10 off 2. And then Kashif going for another mighty hit. Finds the fielder. Big wicket here for the future Mattress team.
This time, he foxed him with that length. He tried to challenge the fielders once again. And Wasisha, one of the finest fielders in the UAE, he's not going to make a mistake. So Mohammad Azhar gets his man. 22 for 2.
ये अजहर भाई ये मिला
New batter in is Abdul Ghaffar, and immediately he's in on the action. Belted down the ground for a mighty 6.
Well, when 7 districts were coming out to bat, I had thought that they would give this man the opening slot when they were chasing 138. He's come in at number 4 and the first ball out of the park.
Well, our cameramen will need to get their helmets on if Abdul Ghaffar gets going tonight. He's a clean striker of the ball. And he's gotten going immediately. Mohammad Azhar under pressure. This time, just a bottom edge squeezed away to mid-wicket. So he's gone for runs in the over, but picked up that big wicket of Mohammad Kashif.
17 of the over so far. Can Saghir get a boundary here? That would even the odds in the power play.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst start with the fielding restrictions. Still, we'll need to do plenty more. 100 plus runs in 7 overs. A difficult feat. This time carved, not connected. And the long on fielder Umair Ali Khan will gather around to clean it up. They'll pick up 2 to end the power play for 7 Districts. 31 for 2. Well, let's take a look at the batting scorecard. Shehzad Ali can strike the ball big, as can Farooq Momin. Other than that, not much batting to come, to be quite honest. So it has to be Saghir and Ghaffar who have to take them close. And of course, Future Mattress need the 2 points. They lost their first game. It was a surprising upset at the hands of Kalara Chocolates, I dare say. Umair Ali Khan continues. Thrash down the ground. And will beat the long on. Look at that bat speed.
How hard does this man hit the ball? When you have a look at it, the first flow, I didn't think that was going to go to the boundary. The long on fielder had no chance.
Well, we have to take him for a round of golf one day. I want to see him tee off. He really has an uncomplicated batting style. Just through the line of the ball. Either I'll clear the ground or you'll get me out. And this time he's going to clear the ground. Over extra. Has that hit the boundary rope on the full?
Well, he is a fast bowler, but he bats like Chris Gale. What clean hitting over extra cover. Not easy against Umair Ali Khan, who bowls those slower cutters. As you said, uncomplicated, Ahmed Khwaja.
Well, that was absolutely lasered over extra. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's hit the rope on the full. That's a half a dozen for me. Maybe that's because I'm a Abdul Ghaffar fanboy.
Well, we all are. Other than Future Mattress, I think everybody watching the game is here to watch him bat.
Yeah, he's getting a piece of his own after getting smashed for 19 in the power play. Let's take a closer look once again. I'm loving the replays. And here we go. Right on the full. That's a 6 for me, Abdur Rahman.
Yeah, it's hit the rope on the full. We don't have those triangled cushions. And as you said, have to give it to him as a maximum. Yes, they've given it a 6.
Good Yorker this time from Umair Ali Khan. That's what he needs to do. Bowl as full as possible. If it's anything in the slot or back of a length, it will disappear. So you have to hit that block hold against Abdul Ghaffar. 18 of 5 already.
Yeah, Mohammad Saghir Afridi, 12 of 9 for him. And if you can give some support to Abdul Ghaffar, 7 Districts will make a fight out of this.
Oh, he's read the slow delivery, but not connected once again. Will bounce in front of Rohan Mustafa at long on. That's what I like. As a captain, he always takes the toughest fielding positions, the one where there's most of the traffic.
And his bowlers and fielders understand as well where they need to be positioned. That's an important part of his leadership skill. Doesn't have to shout at fielders. He can position himself right at the edge of the circle or the boundary.
Right then, the excitement continues. Oh, he goes straight once again, not connected, but it's straight enough and it's long enough. One bounce over the rope.
Well, Umair Ali Khan bowled a very good first over, but this one has gone for 16 already. And again, it's Abdul Ghaffar. But you don't need to take him to a golf course to tee off, because he's teeing off right there in the middle of the wicket.
Oh, absolutely. Just missing your length, and it's too late. It's too late, because this is even bigger. But dropped. No, has he held on, Wasi? Oh, he's having a look at Rohan. I thought that was 6. But that's a pressure catch if there ever was one.
Well, that reaction says it all. Because had he dropped that catch, Rohan Mustafa would have given him the hairdryer treatment for sure.
Just dipped in front of him. Oh, it's off his wrist. into his lap. And Wasi, you are a very lucky boy indeed. He'll say I meant that. Sparkling innings from Ghaffar, 22 off 7. 47 for 3 at the end of 4. Umair Ali Khan eventually gets his man.
Short third, short point, be ready please. Be ready. Bye. Thoda cover. Behind.
Well, that 7 Districts dugout looking slightly forlorn with the departure of Abdul Ghaffar. They needed him to get a big score. Abdul Shakur deep in conversation with Haider Ali on the right. They needed him to make runs. Just couldn't get going. Was foxed by leg cutter from Umair Ali Khan. And now Rohan Mustafa into the attack. It's Shehzad Ali out there with Saghir Afridi. Drilled through mid-wicket. And Wasi Shah, the man of action. He's absolutely everywhere tonight.
Yeah, fielding long on to long on. Highly rated Haider Wasi Shah. What a knock he played. Very unlucky not to get to that 50 mark.
He's become an absolute gun player in the short formats. Batting in those difficult positions. 4, 5, 6. He still contributes quick runs. Brilliant in the outfield. He's a wicket keeper by trade as well if you need him. And I really like that transformation. Oh, in swing Yorker from Rohan. And Shehzad Ali has just managed to bring the drawbridge down. Otherwise he would have been cleaned up.
I think he did get some part of his bat on that. Otherwise that would have been a big appeal for LBW.
Very close indeed. Outswinger from Rohan this time. He's mixing it up beautifully.
Yeah, big smile on his face now, enjoying himself. Rohan Mustafa. Ashwinwal Tappa did well behind the stumps. Not easy to collect those at the half volley.
Indeed, I was just about to remark that as well. Brilliant keeping by the young, budding, exciting wicketkeeper. This time drilled towards long off. Just dropping in front of him. Mohammad Ikram Johra out there. 50 up for 70.
50 in 4.4. Any other day, that's a good start. But not when you're chasing 137. 88 runs still to get.
They're a long way away. Shehzad Ali. Oh, he was squared up there. Beautiful outswinger from Ronnie once again. He's really confusing him. First it was that big dipping in swinger. Now the outie. Watching the ball very closely. Oh, and he's powered this over long on. Brilliant effort by Wasi. That was always clearing him for 6.
We use the pace this time. Rohan Mustafa bowling very quick. And Shehzad Ali, he's a big lad. Gets all of his power behind that. At the halfway stage, 7 Districts, 56 for 3. And to take you to the end of the innings will be Shoaib Ahmed and Qais Farooq.
Left arm round to you. Left arm round.
High up in the air and taken. Syed Haider Wasi Shah is busy tonight. It's his night with the bat and now in the field. He's been electrifying. Another catch, another wicket, 7 Districts. Lose another wicket.
Very well judged catch by Haider Wasi Shah. He's taken a brace tonight to go along with his 48 runs. And Mohammad Saghir goes back to the pavilion for 15 of 14 balls. 7 Districts are now 56 for 4.
Leg stump, yeah. Left arm round to you. Middle.
Mohammad Azhar continues.
Yes, single,
Farooq Mohammad as the new man in, plays it towards the mid wicket. They will take two comfortably.
We will see a little bit of aggressive running with Farooq on the crease. We know he's a busy player. He's a very busy player, and he'll make Shehzad run hard. The required run rate has climbed, and they will need a couple of boundaries every over. And Farooq will need to bring in every inch of his experience to try and get them close to the line.
Oh yes, it's getting difficult. 17 and over from here on. That's a lot, especially considering the kind of bowling future Mattress have. They will definitely fancy restricting this total down. They have what it takes to win games. They are a champion side, mostly in the finals, a regular team that goes into the top three.
Yeah, they're a well-balanced unit. They know each other, as Shehzad has hit that towards the mid-wicket region, and that's crossed the boundary for a 6.
In the slot from Azhar, right in the slot, and Shehzad, he is one player who, when hits the ball, they stay hit. That one has gone sailing over long on. Rohan Mustafa can try as much as he wants, is not going to get there. This time he's played that up in the air. Chance for a fielder will be taken. So that stay in the middle for Shehzad Ali is a very short one. And Azhar, the experience of Mohammad Azhar, is on display at Sevens Cricket Stadium.
Well, a breezy, short-lived knock by Shehzad. He's departed for 13 of 4 deliveries. As we see the replay, Azhar, very smart bowling. He pulled his length back a bit, and he even reduced the pace on the ball. And a very good catch to dismiss Shehzad, who was looking a little dangerous. He slowly walks back to the pavilion as 7 districts and are 65 for 4. 65 for 5, beg your pardon.
Left arm round. Want to come.
65 for 5 in 5.5 overs, and in comes Azhar. Oh, nicely played straight down the ground again. Big hit. Just beats the fielder. Diving Syed Haider Wasisha. He's done nothing wrong tonight. Gives his 100%, but the ball beats the fielder and crosses the ropes. So 4 to end the over. 6 overs have been bowled. 7 districts are 69 for 5. Mohammad Farooq plays it towards the long on for a single, and singles won't hurt. They wouldn't mind future Mattress.
Yeah, with 68 required of 23 balls, they wouldn't mind singles. Even the odd boundary wouldn't be a problem, as Hafiz has played that towards the deep mid-wicket region. Cleaned up by the fielder, only a single.
Rohan has been economical, miserly, just as usual. He's always had that knack of taking wickets, stopping the flow of runs. Personally, Rohan Mustafa. We know he's a character. Personally, I like his bowling more than his batting. I know it's a very tough call to make, but if I had to choose Rohan Mustafa, the bowler or the batter, I would choose the bowler more than the batter.
And Farooq's hit that towards the long off part. Oh, he's caught at exit cover by Azhar.
Yeah, that's right. Azhar takes that catch and it's Farooq who's walking back. Rohan, like I said, he's a good bowler. He's taken that wicket and he's definitely brought Future Mattress into the game.
Well, he had no timing on that and he just barely crossed the 30-yard circle with Azhar taking a good catch. The batsman in me, Shoaib, will always root for Rohan, the batsman, as Mohammad Farooq walks back to the pavilion for 6 runs. And 7 districts are now in heaps of trouble and that target is looking way out of sight.
Two more.
Look at that delivery. Look at that Yorker. A lot of bowlers, fast bowlers, will be jealous with Rohan the way he's got those Yorkers consistently on the stumps.
He's very accurate. He can bowl 6 Yorkers at will, and he gets that the outswing, the drifter, as we see that ball hit down towards the long on boundary, and they've run through for a second. Future Mattress don't look very concerned, and again we didn't even see any sort of celebration with the last wicket that fell. So Rohan has now completed his spell to over 16 for 1, as 7 districts are now 76 for 6 at the end of 7. That's the batting card. Nothing extraordinary. 7 districts would have liked for Abdul Ghaffar to have spent a little bit more time at the crease because he was looking very dangerous, very aggressive cricketer. He's one to watch for this tournament. Umair's bowled well. Azhar's bagged a brace. Umair's bagged a couple of wickets, and they're 76 for 6.
Over.
Matiullah is going to be starting his spell. And Shahid Nawaz has played that towards the long on part of the boundary where Rohan Mustafa has cleaned it up for a single. 61 required of 17 balls. A very tall task indeed. The writing seems to be on the wall for 7 districts. Barring a miracle, it's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to chase down this total.
Yes, and I think it's been a very commanding performance from Future Mattress. That's what we know this team for. They win games and they win games comprehensively. This time it was a wide. Will be called a wide.
Yes, they would have been disappointed to have lost that first game at the start of the tournament to Kolata, I believe it was. So this is a good comeback from a very well-balanced side. And Matip just tried to roll his fingers over that ball. He again lost his shape. We've seen quite a lot of wides being bowled in that manner.
Slower delivery. Played towards the long off. They'll take 2 runs. Doesn't matter. Matiullah trying to bowl his slower deliveries. 2 deliveries, 4 runs already.
And that's been the difference, I guess, in the bowling lineups between 7 districts. They didn't recognize the requirement to bowl more off-pace deliveries. We've seen a lot of them bowled by Umair and now by Mati as well. So that seems to be the order of the day, with the unpredictable bounce of the wicket as Hafiz has played that towards the deep square leg boundary for another single.
Yes, now 7 districts. If you were the manager of 7 districts, what would be the learnings from the game, and where would you want them to tweak their approach in this innings?
Well, for starters, I would probably push Abdul Ghaffar up the order, make him utilize the power play with the ability he's got to hit the ball. I was wondering why they did not send him up, as that's been hit towards deep mid wicket. It lands in the 45-yard line, and they've gone through for a single. So yeah, to answer your question, the changes I would make would obviously be utilizing my most destructive batsmen at the top of the order when I've got those 2 crucial power plays to use. And with what we've seen of Abdul Ghaffar, of the 7 balls that he faced, if he gets going in that power play, he could be really destructive for the team.
Well, that's a short delivery, nicely played up and over the fine leg region. That's gone over the ropes comfortably. It's a big 6 coming from the bat of Hafiz Almas. 16 of 6. Short delivery from Matiullah. And it is taken and just helped it on its way towards the fine leg for 6. I beg your pardon.
And then just to follow up on the other part of the question, I'd also probably look at getting my bowlers to bowl a few more slower balls, because that's one thing that we did not see in the 7 district when they were bowling. Even their spinners were trying to push the ball through, and the wicket looks as though if you're not going to get that amount of value if you're trying to just bowl pacey deliveries. You need to be able to bowl those slower balls and pull your length back a little bit. So those are the learnings that I would think they would want to implement in their games going forward.
Very fair observation there, some interesting insights, and it's always a pleasure to have Kes here, because we talk a lot of cricket, and it's always good when you get those small bits of valuable information. 8 overs, 89 for 6. 2 more overs to go, but as of now, this game belongs to Future Mattress. Bowling card for Future Mattress, Umair Ali Khan, was expensive, but he got those 2 important wickets. 22 runs in his 2 overs. Tasawwur Jammu, 1 over 6 runs. He might be bowling up next. Mohammad Azhar was expensive again, 2 overs 32, but he took 3 wickets. Ron Mustafa getting a wicket as well.
Yeah.
Big swing. It's the new bowler Asif who's been introduced into the attack. Spin bowling being introduced. That's the last ball. High up in the air. Will it clear the boundary ropes? Yes, it will, comfortably. Another big hit from the bat of Hafiz Almas. He is showing what he is capable of, and just maybe in a very subtle way asking for a promotion up the order.
Yes, a very, very powerful hit from Hafiz Almas. 23 of 9 deliveries. That's making a statement to the team. Perhaps, a little bit of minor adjustment in their batting order, a little bit more planning on the bowling side, and they could really make a statement, as Hafiz has deposited that towards the long on part of the boundary. Another towering 6.
Well, he doesn't want to give in. He doesn't want to surrender. There's no white flag here for 7 districts. They only want to go one way, and that is trying hard until that last ball is bowled. A beautiful hit on one knee again. And what I like about that shot is that he was always intending to play it straight down the ground. No cross-batted shots for Hafiz Almas. Nice clean hit. 29 of just 10 from Hafiz. Another smack And another 6. So a hat-trick of 6s for Hafiz Almas, and this plan of bringing Asif into the attack is not working well for future Mattress.
I'm not sure if they started taking the game a little bit too easy at this point of, when the 8th over or when the 9th over was about to be bowled. And the equation is now 31 of 8 deliveries, and with 2 more balls of this over, you never know. A couple of maximums and they could still be back in the game.
Well, there's a reason why they call the 9th over, the penultimate over, the most important over of the game. You don't want to try and experiment in that over. Meanwhile, this one has been hit straight to the mid-wicket fielder. They will take a single, and that will bring Shahid Nawaz on strike. He's got the license to go for it now. Don't take a single. Just try to get a 4 or a 6. Pressure on Asif. 19 runs in his 5 deliveries. That includes 3 sixes and a single. Using his feet, going over. Wanted to play it towards the long off. Gets the outside half of the bat. Rohan Mustafa is having a discussion about who should have collected that ball. Meanwhile, it's the end of the over. 9 overs have been bowled. 1 more to go. 28 of the last 6. 7 districts are 110 for 6.
Well, the last over of the 7 districts innings, and Matiullah has been entrusted with protecting 28 runs off his 6 balls. With Hafiz Almas at the crease, 36 of 12 balls. It's been some inning.
Played it straight down the ground. Rohan Mustafa makes sure that the ball is inside the ropes. They'll get 2 runs. Matiullah has been given that responsibility, experience. He's in the UAE camp. Probables of getting into the main squad. Slower delivery to start off. It was in the slot, mind you. And good work in the deep by Rohan Mustafa. Tag team fielding.
Yeah, Rohan can see the funny side of it. It's always lovely to see a smile on his face. A slower ball bouncer has been hit towards the leg side. He's caught it. It was long on. I beg your pardon. I thought it was going towards the leg side. And Mati's taken the wicket of Hafiz.
And this is smart bowling from Matiullah. He's an experienced bowler, knows what he needs to do. That was a short delivery, slower. And in fact, it went to square leg. I beg your pardon, Kes. It was my bad. It looked like it was hit somewhere else and was going somewhere else. But the fact is that Hafiz Almas, who played a gem of a knock, is walking back, and 7 districts have almost lost any hopes of winning this game. Appreciation from the skipper, Haider Ali, and the team members. But they've got quite a few positives coming out from this game. 7 districts. It's not as if they don't have a good side. They do have an experienced bunch of players. How they use them is going to be the question. Hafiz Almas, 38 of 14, 112 for 7. Lahiru Sundarwan, the new man in, gets a single. Oh, directed would have been trouble, but not to be.
And he's very eager to get back on strike. So, he probably wants to make a statement to his team as well. 25 required of 3 deliveries, 3 legal deliveries, as Matiullah tries to close out the game.
outside off, in the air, will land safely. 2 more deliveries to go, 24 needed. Matiullah is smiling, and rightly so, because they've got an important win under their belt. Remember, Future Mattress lost their first game against Kolata, and that was a kind of an upset because nobody was expecting that kind of a result from Future Mattress. This time they've definitely played according to their reputation.
Yes, I agree, but I also have to make the point that I've been very impressed with the 7 districts side, barring a few issues here and there, some minor tweaks that they may need to make to their batting order and potentially how they bowl on these wickets. They're going to be a formidable force in this Fanco DCC X10 Division 1 tournament. Just a few minor adjustments need to be made. They've got a very strong batting lineup. They have very good bowlers. So they're going to be impressive in the rest of the tournament, as that wild swing goes nowhere, and that's the end of the over, and that's the end of the game. Future Mattress have won the game by 23 runs. 7 districts finish off their innings at 115 for 7 of their allotted 10 overs. Handshakes all around. It's been a fairly evenly contested game in bits and pieces. Just again a few minor adjustments to a side to just iron out the minor niggles that they have.
Yes, you're right. I think 7 districts, like I said, have a lot of positives to take out of this game, especially in the batting of Abdul Ghaffar and the kind of combination they have in terms of Hafiz Almas. Looks like a proper all-rounder. Abdul Shakur at the top if he can fire. So a lot of positives for 7 districts, but tonight is the night for Future Mattress where they win this game against 7 districts. Shakur was out for a duck. Had he scored a few runs, this could have been a different picture altogether. Sagir Afridi, 15 of 14, opening the batting with Shakur. Kashif scoring 12 of 5. Ghaffar was looking absolutely wonderful with his batting, 22 of just 7 deliveries, 13 from Shehzad, Farooq scoring 6, and Almas also, in fact, making a statement that he can bat for 7 districts.
That's the bowling card for Future Mattress. Umair Ali Khan, a little on the expensive side, but grabbed a couple of wickets. Only one solitary over from Tasavvur, surprisingly. Azhar was also a little bit expensive, but grabbed 3 wickets. Rohan Mustafa, miserly as always, 16 for 1 off his 2 overs. Matiullah Khan closed out the innings, bowled very well in the death overs, 1 for 18, and Asif Hayat bowling that solitary over for 21 runs.
Highlights of the second innings. Abdul Shakur was out on the second ball of the first over. Umair Ali Khan taking that catch off his own bowling. And since then, it was always going to be difficult. Like I said, Abdul Shakur's performance at the top is so important for 7 districts. They did try their best. They did give it their all. Some really good shots from their batters. Sagir Afridi and also Abdul Ghaffar being sent at number 4. That is something that they would want to change. Give him the power play overs. That was another clean hit from Abdul Ghaffar straight down the ground.
Yes, he looks like a very, very compact and powerful player, Shoaib. Unfortunate for 7 districts that he holed out to Wasi Shah towards that long on side. Wasi has had a brilliant game, batting, fielding, taking catches. He's had a brilliant overall game. Bowling very well bowled. Future Mattress had an overall good game as a unit. And Hafiz Almas tried to take the 7 districts team to the wire as close as he possibly could, but the writing was on the wall for them eventually, with Future Mattress winning the game by 22 runs.
Oh yes, like I said, Almas looked good. He could take on the spinners, was very comfortable against the spinners as soon as they were introduced into the attack. Asif was taken to the cleaners by Hafiz Almas. 3 back-to-back-to-back sixes. And that was the wicket of Almas. A short delivery from Matiullah is what it took. A slower bouncer. And in the end, Future Mattress batting first, scoring 137 on the board, was always going to be tough. Haider Wasi Shah scoring 48 of 19. Shahid was the pick of the bowlers, 1 for 14 for him. Mohammad getting a wicket and Hafiz getting a wicket as well. In reply, 7 districts managing to get to 115, which I think was a good fight in the end. Hafiz Almas scoring 38 of 14. Abdul Ghaffar looked good for his 22 of 7. Mohammad Azhar getting 3 wickets. Umar Ali Khan getting 2 wickets. And Rohan getting a wicket. Future Mattress win the game by 22 runs. Now let's head down to the centre where we've got Ahmed Khwaja with the player of the match for the post-match presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the fan code DCC X10. It's match number 10 that has just concluded between Future Mattress and 7 districts. And the news from the centre is that Future Mattress has won the match by 22 runs. We've had several notable performances. Alishan Sharfu making 33 of just 11 deliveries. But the player of the match award will be presented by our match official, Mr. Shiju Sam. And the player of the match goes to Syed Haider Wasi Shah for his innings of 48 runs of just 19 deliveries, 5 sixes and 3 catches in that fantastic knock, as they comfortably won by 22 runs. Future Mattress getting to winning ways. Wasi, let's have a brief chat. 48 of 19, 5 sixes. What has been the secret to your big hitting success recently?
Nothing, first of all, alhamdulillah for this, obviously Allah's, He's helping me quite a lot. He's quite happy with me anyways. Other than that, the secret to hitting these big sixes is just see ball, hit ball, if it's in the arc, it has to be out of the park. That's how it is. And, plus I back myself a lot, because obviously everyone's backing me, I've been in good touch recently, so everyone's backing me, so that kind of gives me some confidence as well. So I kind of just believe in myself, and I just go out if I hit it, it has to be out of the ground. That's all.
Well, that one catch you took it long off, a bit of a bobble off your wrist into the lap. Did you feel that this was going to get me in trouble, because Rohan Mustafa was just as long on to your right?
Yeah, no, of course. It's a different kind of pressure when Ronnie Bhai is next to me, because obviously you can't make a mistake next to him, and plus it was Ghafar's catch. He was quite the main wicket for us. He's a very hard hitter, so obviously getting his catch meant a lot. So I was kind of under pressure, but yeah, at the end I took it.
Well, awesome performance today, Wasi, and best of luck for the remainder of the tournament.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, that was the young, exciting Syed Haider Wasi Shah getting a deserved player of the match. We'll take a short break and be back for match number 11 between 11 Ace and Pacific Group. So stay tuned. the sideline of the Seven Stadium here in Dubai.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7th Stadium in Dubai. Fanco DCC X10 Division 1 11 cricket taking on Pacific Group. That's the match that is lined up for you. It's the match number 11. And what a great game this is going to be. Some big stars in both the sides. And if you ask me personally, I think this is one of the matches that you would want to make sure that you don't miss. 11 Ace taking on Pacific Group. Now we are in all readiness for the toss. So let's head down to Ahmed Khwaja, who's with the two captains, for the toss.